I'm very excited about today's topic. We will be talking about how using less oils gives you more control and how can we be more efficient with less oils. And I'm really curious, where does this idea of having more oils in a blend being better even come from? Because if you think about it, you're being wasteful in every way. If you use more oils, you're being wasteful for the environment, money-wise, and you're wasting your time. So where does this idea even come from? And it's from the way that we've been learning about essential oils. We've been learning that we have to memorize what the essential oils are for instead of understanding why they are working the way they are. And I hope that now that you've been watching these videos for a while, you've been, getting that confidence on why essential oils work the way they are. So let's take a look at a typical blend you'll come across on some blog, and I took this one from a Facebook group. It is so typical and perfect for showing you how this works. So here we have the blend. It's a respiratory blend, and it is supposed to be for a multi-purpose. It has a high quantity of drops because it is a blend of essential oils that then you use in various products. So this person used 10 drops of rosemary, 10 drops of lemon, 20 drops of peppermint, and 10 drops of eucalyptus globulus. If you remember from the previous lesson, we already addressed this. So we looked at how adding eucalyptus globulus to rosemary essential oil is just pure wasteful because rosemary already has all the constituents that are effective in eucalyptus globulus, and we just dilute it. And then we have lemon and peppermint as well. But I will take you step by step so you really understand how not to waste your money, time, and environment, of course. If you take a look here in Dropsmart, it did serve its purpose, of course. It added up all the properties and application, and as you see, it is for different infections, for influenza, for bronchitis, and I'm sure we will, if we show all, it is great for respiratory system, no doubt. But if you take a look at the oils that are used at the bottom here, you will see already from colors, just from the colors, and now you're starting to already see things when you're looking at the pie charts, that it's unnecessary. So take a look here. What is it that's extra? So you see a whole bunch of monoterpenes here, and lemon is all monoterpenes. Do we really need those? It's a good question. And then another one. See, we already talked about this. There's a lot of 1,8-cineol here that we have in rosemary and peppermint. Is this really necessary? But you may not know this by heart like I do, so I prepared a comparison for you. And here I compared all of these 4 oils that we are looking at, so it can be easier for you to grasp. You can do this on your own as well. I encourage you to use both of these tools when you're making the best choices for your clients, family, or whoever it is that you want to share your knowledge with. And your passion of blending, because that is what you want to do, not memorize endless essential oil profiles, right? So let's take a look. Here I will not look at the properties or application, not even safety. I will go straight to the chemistry to show you how this is wasteful right here. So here in the comparison tool, we get to compare everything, as you already know, and I hope you've been using, but I want to compare today their chemical constituents. And here are the 2 main issues I see with this blend. So monoterpenes are repeating, and if you look at the ones that are most dominating, here it is, alpha pinene. Really not necessary to have it in rosemary and in eucalyptus at that ratio, because as we said, eucalyptus has everything, rosemary has everything that eucalyptus has anyway. See, here's the limonene that we have in lemon, but we still have it in a significant ratio enough that I do not think it's necessary. And if you watch the previous videos, it is not the most effective component for the respiratory system. Alpha pinene might be, you might be diluting the effect of pinene, which we do want in our blend. And then the second component that I mentioned is the 1,8-cineol. And as you see, we already have it enough in rosemary and peppermint. There is really no need for this eucalyptus, in my opinion. So let me show you, if we have this blend right here, this is what the blend looks like in the ratio that they let me scroll to it. So we have the blend from the Facebook group, and if we take a look at how that blends in that ratio, this is what the constituents add up to. And let me show you a simplified version. So here I used just 30 drops of rosemary and 20 drops of peppermint. So I just used 2 essential oils. This is saving you money, and this is saving the environment, because we are not using such an abundance of oils, right? Because you have too many, they will oxidate. But this is the magic part. Of course, again, it is excellent for bronchitis and the respiratory system, because both of these oils are excellent for that. But take a look at this. This is what the pie chart looks of just 2 oils blended. And this is the pie chart of the 4 essential oils. Do you see? This is the 4 essential oils, 2 essential oils. And I bet, and you can do this blend yourself to check it out, we actually have more constituents here that are effective on the respiratory system, because we cleaned up the ones that were unnecessary. So the ketones actually have a higher percentage, so they bring a little bit more to the dynamic. So what I would like you to understand with this is that less oils we have, not only can we get the same result as you see, we can get a better result, and we have more control. How so? Let's say you want to make a better blend next time. This one was good, but you want to make a better one because your client is not really reacting well, or because lemon is phototoxic, so you'd like to change it. If you have 4 oils, it is much harder to pinpoint which one would be better to change to have your blend more effective. Whereas if you have just 2 oils or 3, you have far more control what to do to make it better. Perhaps you do want to add something else for the respiratory system, perhaps lavender, because lavender has some other constituents that none of these have. So it is much easier to control the outcome, to know, okay, maybe the person is too sensitive to peppermint, and then you switch peppermint with something else. Then if you have more oils, the more complex your product is, the less control you have over it. And as you know, on top of that, essential oils are different with every batch, so that will bring even more confusion. So here what I would like you to see is that you do not need to rely on other people's opinions, blogs, and memorizing why each oil is for what. If you understand the dynamics, if you understand how to read this part here, and you are not afraid to take the extra mile to take a look at it, it's actually far easier to understand a few of the chemical constituents that are repeating. And now that you've been following me for a while, you noticed that we talked about alpha pinene, we talked about linalool, limonene, 1,8-cineol. It's not that many constituents that are dominant in most essential oils. It is about the ratio between them. And this is what you are going to master, and this is what Dropsmart gives it to you, because we calculate it for you so that you can be creative and free to blend however you see is best for you, your client, or your family. So thank you for watching.